Now, in a previous video, I talked about what reduces my anxiety, and I talked about a scripture that you can see on the screen. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about its own things. But now I want to deviate a bit. I'll touch on that scripture. And I want to bring in the aspect of faith. I think the reason that we have a lot of mental health issues in this day and age that we cannot solve. This is what I think. It's my opinion. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that this is not medical advice. This is my opinion. Is our ever-increasing lack of faith in God and in a higher power or in something higher than us. Because worrying is assuming that things will turn bad. Because if you assume that things would turn good, that's not worrying, is it? It's optimism. So worrying is definitely the assumption that things are going to be worse or things are going to turn bad. I mentioned in the other video that it doesn't even mean that things are bad. Somebody could be having a good time. It could be after their wedding. They could be on their honeymoon, and they could go to the balcony and think and worry about if that will last. Somebody could be in a good relationship during the happy days and still go back home after having a good date with their partner and think, this is too good to be true. Things might go bad at some point. So worrying is just a manifestation of the absence of faith. And faith is represented by optimism and hope. Because you cannot have hope if you don't have faith. But you cannot have faith if you don't have trust. And there's some videos, if you get on this channel, there's some videos where I talked on trust. Not on a religious perspective, just trust in general. The importance of trust. I think there are previous videos if you check. But lack of faith is a lack of trust in God, and a lack of trust in the processes that brought you here. If you could be manifested on this earth and become all you could be and become this person with all these cognitive processes that can even envision into the future. So you think that whatever the entity and the powers that created that experience for you could fail to rescue you should things not happen your way. And should things not happen your way, that doesn't mean anything. They might be happening the way they're supposed to be happening. It doesn't still mean it's bad for you. So I just want to talk about faith, because when you have faith and when you have hope, you allow things to happen. You even allow your tribulations to happen. It doesn't mean you won't have tribulations. It means you view them different. You might see your tribulations as something that's allowing you to learn certain things that will make you better off for the greater good. And now you might argue that some people have gone through deep tribulations and not seen the greater good. But who are you to say that they've not seen the greater good when you don't know what's beyond? And who are you to say that there was no greater good in it when you don't know what purpose it was serving for another person? Because some of the experiences that we have in so-called, I guess, democratic Africa, but better than apartheid, better than colonial times, is the sacrifices of some people who didn't make it. So their tribulations were for the purpose of Burna Boy to exist, Casper Nyovest to do what he's doing, and whoever, Jah Praiser, to be doing what they're doing at the level that they are doing it. Isn't it? So who's to say that's not a greater good? The problem is when you're egocentric and you look at your own greater good other than the greater good of the cosmos, and you're ego driven, you want everything to go your way from your minute perspective, and when it doesn't, it drives you crazy. And when you succeed, you accredit yourself and you say, I did this. I'm the champion. I'm the one who did this. Look at my medal. Look at my awards. Look at my accomplishments. Oh, your accomplishments. Look at my accomplishments. Makwada. You've got accomplishments. Yes, I have accomplishments. Awarded by who and allowed by who? Because the moment that those things are taken away, you're going to go crazy. Because you always thought you're the one who's controlling things, right? You always thought you're the one who makes things happen, right? What if when you don't make things happen? How do you feel? You get depressed because you like being in control. The love, the attachment to control. I know I'm talking to a few people, myself included. This is a mirror. These things, I'm not a guru. I'm not a self-help guru. I don't live the life that I aspire to live like. I preach the life that I aspire to live like. I preach it to reinforce it. But I'm growing in front of your eyes. I'm growing in front of the public and lecturing myself through things that I can play back and forth. If you guys don't play this, if you guys pause this, and I'll watch my videos. But what I'm saying is, I know that there are some people that are watching some of the things that I'm saying here. And they're thinking, wow, that's me. You know? They're thinking, yo, he's talking about me. Like I'm talking about them. But I'm talking about me. Who are you? Think about that. You know, so next time you don't have faith, and I frequently don't have faith, but then nowadays I try to correct myself, like, who are you? Who are you to say that will happen? Who knows? Because even someone who's optimistic, who looks like there's been many cases of people that even were having a good time or whatever, right? Bam! Something bad happened. Or people that were in a bad situation, bam! Something good happened. So who are you to say that can happen? It's just faith. At the end of the day, faith. Cultivate your faith. If you don't have faith, I'm not here to argue with anybody. If you don't believe this, like don't move with it. Like you don't believe, don't move with it. I'm too old to argue. There's some things I want to argue about though. Maybe hip hop and what, but I'm too old to argue about issues of faith now.